Hey y'all, I'm back and I added as you can see, a good amount of oil because greens need fat. And I'm gonna caramelize my onions. Now you may have never seen anybody start their greens like that, but there's a first time for everything, and I love caramelized onions in my greens. We're going to cook these onions down. I'm going to use this spatula because I don't want to scratch the ceramic off of this cast iron Dutch oven. And I'm going to cook these down, and when they're caramelized, they'll be back. Okay, I don't want to brown them too much. So I turn down the eye. And next I'm going to throw a good amount of garlic in here. A good amount of garlic in there. And then let that cook down for a minute. Get that oil all nice and flavored and aromatic. I think that's good. Now I am adding my chicken stock, and this is unsalted. I just want the flavor from it. I'm going to add my chicken stock, and look at that nice color in there already from the onions caramelizing. There, I'm only going to use 1 quart because I don't like for my greens to be swimming in pot liquor. To me, it dilutes the flavor of them a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of regular Tony Chacehers. Since the broth has a little salt, not a whole lot. Then I'll add a little more salt later if need be. Then I'm going to add a little no salt Tonys. I'm going to add crushed red pepper, just a little, because that Tony's has a little heat. And next, see my greens over there? My greens are already chopped and washed, picked and chopped and washed. And I'm going to stuff these in here. This is 4 bunches of greens. So we're gonna put these down in there. Almost forgot, y'all. Almost forgot. Don't ask me how I could forget. My smoked turkey leg. Put him down in there. We can't forget him. All right, we got him down in there. Now, put these down in here. And you know how greens are. The pot is going to be overflowing. And then once they cook down, once these greens cook down, they're going to shrink down and fit into this Dutch oven nicely. So let me get these in here, and look at there, they fit nicely. One thing I've learned is that I wash my greens in hot water, and that helps wilt them a little. And then they fit into the pot better. I'm going to cover that for a few minutes before we do the first stir, and I will be back. All right, you hear that boil? Now we can just take them, mash them right down in there. And so, see how 1 quart of broth was enough. Now I'm going to turn the heat down, and so that the broth does not evaporate. And I'm going to cover these with my heavy, because the greens do make some juice themselves. I'm going to cover these with my this heavy Dutch oven lid, and let this puppy do her thing, and I'll be back to stir them a little more once they cook down a little more. See how easy it is to make greens? Of course, I'm going to have to add some more seasoning to the pot, but after they cook down and after that meat cooks, I'll start to taste them, and then we'll see. All right, let's check my greens. They've been cooking now for an hour. Turn them up just a little more. I added 2 more cups of water. I don't like for my greens. Now at this point, I'm going to cook these with the lid off so that a lot of that pot liquor can cook out of it. And as soon as the turkey leg is tender enough, I'm going to take it out of the pot and pull the meat off the bones and add it back to the pot. They didn't take 2 hours. It was more like an hour and 20 minutes because they are tender. So make sure you check. Okay, now my greens are done. And one thing I want to talk to you all about is when you're adding salt to a pot like this and you want to reduce the liquid, do not add too much salt, because once you cook the water, the pot liquor down and it evaporates, the flavor of the salt is going to be concentrated. And it is at that point, if you need to add more salt after your water's evaporated, you can add more. But just make sure you don't put too much initially, because then it's going to be too salty. Excuse me, when the liquid evaporates. Remember, it's always better to need to add a little more, but you can't take it out once it's in there. And let me know if you tried this recipe. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate all of my viewers and my subscribers. If you are new to my channel, excuse me, I'm sorry, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I try to make these videos as easy to follow along as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe and to share this video. Comment, like, and share. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and they circulate my videos more. But let me know if you tried this recipe. This pot of greens turned out really good.